What's up guys, welcome back to Humble and Bold. I'm your host Zach Fobbs. So I thought I'd give you an update on my everyday carry in hopes that once you see what I carry around with me on a daily basis, you'll incorporate some of these items into what you carry around just to make your life a little bit easier. So with that said, here is my updated and improved everyday carry. As you all know, a great everyday carry comes with a great bag to start off. I got this bag from Target like a year and a half ago and it's great. It's been with me for quite some time and this is what I typically keep a lot of my items in. And with those items, I have them broke down in like 3 categories. All 3 categories have to do with something with my life every single day. And those categories are style, tech, and grooming. So we're gonna kick this off with the style category, which obviously the bag is starting off with number 1. So when it comes to my style everyday carry, I typically keep a lot of things that I've shown you guys a lot on this channel. Just some accessories that I think that every single guy should have with them, it should carry with them every single day before he leaves home. I actually did a video on that a few days ago. If you missed that video, I'll have it linked in the description below. But let's start that off with number 1, a watch. This is something that I believe every single guy should carry. It is a staple. It's probably the first thing you should grab when you are trying to accessorize your outfit. This is something that's going to help you keep time, of course, especially when you don't have your phone on you or it's dead. And this is something that's going to help you look reliable and a little bit more responsible. The second item that I carry around, I make sure I carry around with me, are my sunglasses. I keep at least 1 pair of sunglasses on me because I live in Texas, the weather is crazy, but like 80% of the time it is hot, it is very sunny, and that sun is killer on the eyes. So I just make sure I grab a nice classic pair of shades, and I got this new little sunglass case or little pouch from Spread the Box. You guys hear me talk about them a lot. And this is something that I make sure I carry around with me. The third style accessory item that I carry with me is my little lint roller or lint, thingy. You get all the lint off you know what I mean. This is something I got from Spread the Box as well. And this is, something cool. It's like a little modern day, like, those sticky lint rollers and everything. It's like a modern day, like, brush for that. It's like a brush for your clothes. There you go. And this is something I keep around with me, especially when I'm at work, because I work with like boxes and stuff like that, so I get a lot of like debris and crap all over me. So I just whip this out when I get a chance to just wipe it off and just make sure I'm staying nice and fresh. And typically when you guys have something like this, it has like a nice little like fabric that like, when you brush against the grain, it catches all of the lint and everything. When you guys have something like this, make sure you have like a brittle brush or something like that, just so you can swipe it off, because these things can get pretty nasty pretty quick. Alright, let's move on to grooming. When it comes to my grooming, I typically like to keep around with me, of course, for my hair, my brush, and my comb. I typically use a 2-sided brush. This harder side is for the top of my head because it's a thicker volume than my beard, and also the skin around here is a lot less, it's a more sensitive. So I use a softer brittle for my beard when I brush it down. And when my beard gets really long, I like to keep a comb around me. I got this brand new one yesterday, in fact, from Spread the Box, and I tried it on the thicker part of my beard and it works amazing. So this is definitely a new addition to my everyday carry. Next up, I like to keep my hands and my arms nice and moisturized, even though sometimes it may not look it, but whenever I can think about it, I like to just have some hand lotion or some hand cream around. I got this from Bath and Body Works. This is the Noir, N-O-I-R. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is something that smells very nice. A little bit goes a long way because it has a nice little spread to it and it smells amazing. And I typically like to bust this out, wherever I'm like, I know about to hold hands with my girlfriend, or that I'm about to do a photo shoot. I don't want to look super ashy, and this is something I keep around with me. Next, I make sure that my lips are moisturized, and the best, I mean the absolute best way to keep your lips nice and moisturized is with Vaseline, whether it's those little tubs that I showed you like in the very beginning of my channel, or something that's a little bit more towards the actual lip therapy for your lips. And this is something that I keep around with me, of course, whenever of course I'm around her, or that I just want to make sure I'm not like a super crusty mess, otherwise I look like I'm married to Beyonce. No hate, just saying. And finally, with grooming, I make sure that I have my breath nice and fresh, because I'm typically talking to a lot of people, especially at work, especially when I'm around my girlfriend, and this is something that I keep around with me. These are my Listerine breast strips. My pastor from my church actually got me hooked on these, and I absolutely love them. They're nice and convenient. These is all right in your mouth, and they only cost like a few bucks at Walmart. Let's move on to the tech department. I'm not a super techie guy, but there is some tech that I carry around with me every day just to help my life just to be a little bit easier, or in case I want to like create some content for you guys or capture in some inspiration so I can work with that a little bit later. But let's dive right on in. So I have my laptop that I carry around with me in my bag. This is a great laptop, not something super fancy, it's just, you know, Acer, and it's something that helps me, and of course, edit my videos and help me create great content and everything like that. I just recently installed Adobe Cloud to this laptop and it works amazing. Up next, I do have my headphones. Of course, I use these a lot when I'm editing or I'm listening to music while I'm out and about and I'm not engaging with other people, of course. And this is something that I always make sure I don't leave home without. Up next, I do have an iPhone with me. Now, this is gonna sound weird, but I do use my iPhone to film my Humble and Bold videos. I'm not using it today because I just want to show you guys, you know, basically what I use. And I use this to just for the mere fact that it has a better camera than my regular cell phone, which is an Android. And I use this for Instagram photos, of course, like I just said, Humble and Bold photos, and it's just something I like to carry around with me just in case I want to capture some content. And to help keep it charged, of course, do have my portable charger with me. I try to keep this nice and charged throughout the night. That way, when I can take it out with me and like just be able to plug in my stuff whenever I'm starting to run a little bit low, and you know, it helps me kind of keep in touch with the whole outside world. Then as a little bit of a just in case sort of scenarios, I do have a flashlight with me, and this is something that sounds a little bit weird because people are gonna be like, why do you have a flashlight when you can use your phone? Well, for one, it's just I don't know if you can tell, but it's just a little bit better than my regular cell phone flashlight. It's a lot brighter and it's gonna help me hit that target nice and precise, you know. But this is something I keep around with me just in case my portable charger dies and my phone dies, and I just want to make sure that, you know, if I'm ever like trapped in a cave or something like that, and I'm gonna be okay. Up next, I can't find it for the life of me, but I typically do carry around a pocket knife with a little window breaker on it. I do use this sometimes for work, but I keep it just in case I'm like stuck in a car crash or something like that and I need to get out. I've heard a lot of stories popping up here lately when it comes to things like that, and people just wishing they had something to help them in that situation, so that's why I carry around with me. And finally, as a bonus, I do keep with me my journal and a pen with me. I can't show you it right now because I'm using it to film, but I do carry that with me because, like I said, I like to be inspired by others, be inspired by people and just life in general. And when I see something I want to take notes down, I usually just bust it out real quick, write it down, and then when I come back later in the night, I come back, work on that, and help it create something awesome for you guys here on YouTube or my Instagram page. And there you have it. That's my typical everyday carry. This is new and improved, and I typically like it. Gentlemen, if you like this and you like some of the items that you saw, let me know in the comments, and let me know as well what are some things that you carry around that I don't, so that in case that I like it, I'll add it to my everyday carry. You never know. Guys, if you like this video, drop us a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and help us build a Humble and Bold community. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you next time.